right now. We'll post the video on our website when everything is wrapped up. Please keep your mic muted unless you have a question, and if you would like to be acknowledged, please put your hand up in the chat. And if you are new and would like to be part of the initiative or like to be included in any of our working groups, let me know at stark@isoc.org, and I'll make sure that I put you on the lists. So in terms of the purpose of this meeting, as many of you are aware, it's been challenging to get the consumer education group off the ground. So with this in mind, Dave and Ruba, our colleagues with the Office of Consumer Affairs, have outlined a few outstanding issues and options for moving forward. So today they're going to brief us on what they believe the group should, or where they believe the group should go in terms of next steps, and then we can have a discussion about whether this makes sense for the group and see if we can elicit some volunteers to take up some of the action items. And with that, I will pass it off to them.
Hello everyone, this is Ruba, and here David also with me. I was asked to lead this discussion, so welcome all. Thank you for joining us. I'm glad to hear that many of you were able to join. Let's start first by reiterating a bit of the purpose of this discussion. As Tom has just said, that we are trying to move forward with this project. And in order to do so, we're going to be focusing more on the forward-looking and more tangible steps that we can take to move it forward, trying particularly to find participants and subject matter experts as first step. I believe you have all received the PowerPoint presentation. I hope you had the time to look over it. We had tried to put some data on IoT trends, some survey finding on consumers internationally and mainly Canadian, as well as some examples, not extensive, but some example for educational tools. Do you have any question concerning the PowerPoint, or you're okay if I just move forward into more the tangible aspects of the findings? Okay, so moving on, yes. So moving on, to recap what we have discussed in at the meeting, our takeaway of Office of Consumer Affairs here from the meeting that took place on June 21st. That was our first in-person multi-stakeholder meeting. Few subjects were highlighted, and I would like to reiterate them here. First one is that we're going to be focusing on the education and not on the regulation. The second one is that we will try not to duplicate existing educational efforts. There are already those that exist, so we don't want to waste time, and we want to be more efficient. Identifying gaps in the IoT consumer education, that will be our main task, as well as identifying IoT users who would benefit from IoT education. The fifth would be to develop recommendations for implementing or the delivery of key messages. Basically, we're trying to have a toolkit for the decision makers once they have the educational messages ready of how to move it forward after that, so that we have a product at the end of this or as a result of this